A very good evening to one and all. I welcome back you again to my YouTube video, and again I will talk about a very important topic these days, and this is related to plastic production. We all know recently a plastic production treaty was ended up in Geneva. This was a global plastic treaty, and where the countries were again bickering about the plastic production cap and its recycling. There were countries which are majorly petroleum exporting countries which are against the complete cap over plastic production, and they were supporting the recycling cause. Meanwhile, several other countries like Peru, which was completely in the favor of complete cap of plastic production. Same was the situation in the last year's global plastic treaty as well, which was ended up in South Korea. So if I talk about the recycling of plastics, only a few percent of plastic is getting recycled. That means only 9% of plastic is getting recycled. Recycling is a very difficult process as the quality become decreased, and it is also a very costly process. So if I talk about what is the reason behind these countries like oil exporting countries are against the complete cap of plastic production, the reason is the 98% of global plastic production is based on oil, gas and coal. That means these countries' economic development is dependent on plastic production. That's why they are in the favor of complete plastic production. So this is what the situation. If I talk about this plastic pollution, so this has vastly affected the marine life, not only the human life but also the marine life. So if I talk about the very beautiful site that was recently found at the Odisha's coast, where olive ridley turtles were found nest, and that was a very amazing sight. But the same site was very disturbing to us as well. If I am talking about the Chennai coast, where same olive ridley turtles were found dead earlier this year, and the reason about their death was disturbing, as the major reason was found the suffocation, and the suffocation because of inhaling of plastic. Often it is found that the plastic bags are look like a jellyfish by these olive ridley turtles, and they swallow them and they face suffocation issues. These oceans are also being filled by discarded nylon net, and these nylon net also become the reason of suffocation. So every year 2000, an equivalent of 2000 lorries of plastics are being thrown into oceans. There was a famous photograph clicked by Chris Jordan in the year 2009. Chris Jordan is also a famous photographer, and this photograph was of albatross. Albatross who were a dead albatross, and her stomach was also found with daily use single plastics, which were toothpaste, daily use soap case, and so many daily use plastics including shampoos, polythenes and plastic bottles as well. So this situation is very alarming. This whole marine life, so this is affecting not only the marine life but also the human life. As we all know, the temperature of the seas and oceans are continuously increasing. Their level is getting up these days. If I talk about the plastic production, every year 460 million plastic is produced, and which is being doubled from year 2000 and is expected to triple by the year 2060. As plastic is very pivotal in manufacturing of automobiles, electronics, mobile phones and so many other things, and hence its production is continuously increasing. But what about its pollution? If I talk about the largest plastic producers, which are China, US and major Western countries, but if I talk about the largest plastic pollution producer, it is India. So we need to take a very significant step about recycling. Only 9% is getting recycled, as it is a very difficult process, I've already told you. But recycling is, and some major steps, some strict steps about banning of single-use plastics, about empowering the use of the green products is very important for future point of view. Otherwise, we have also seen the sight of cows and buffaloes and several other animals on the roads struggling to find some foodie items at the plastic polythenes and bottles in several cities. So that is what the situation is. If it is not completely negotiating, otherwise these global plastic treaty will continuously be happen again year and year, and nobody will bother about that. So on ground steps should be taken. Thank you.